Good afternoon. I'm Shane Downey here at Chicago's McCormick Place, coming to you live from the GBTA convention. Joining me today is Todd Webster. Jod, how are you doing?
Fantastic. Thrilled to be here in the Windy City.
Oh, that's great. So I'm really glad you came up here. So Todd, you're with Cornerstone Government Affairs. Cornerstone is GBTA's government relations team's lobbying consultants in Washington, D.C. We've been with you since 2009. You guys are tremendous and always do a fantastic job.
Thank you.
And we've really made some progress this last couple of years in Capitol Hill. Last year we saw Congress say no to voice calls on planes, and yes to making sure that only those enrolled in pre-check were actually using the pre-check lanes. Right now we got a little bit of an issue where currently Congress and the administration agreed on a deal to move forward on the budget. So tell us what that means for the business travel industry and where the deal stands.
Sure thing. Well, it came together late in the month of July before the August recess, and you had the threat of a debt crisis. Raising the debt ceiling had to be done, and also a 2-year lifting of the sequester caps, which would have cut $230 billion from the federal budget. So both of those potentialities were eliminated, so Congress for once in a long time did the right thing and is providing some security, some stability, some predictability in business travel. What is as important in what is in the deal is what is not in the deal, and a couple of things that we were keeping an eye on was increasing the passenger facility charge, which is essentially a tax on every flying member of the public, and that money is used by airports to create infrastructure on the land side of the airport, and the other is the 9/11 security fee, a potential raising that from $5.60 to $7. The passenger facility, the 9/11 security fee is what pays for the TSA workers, an important function, but Congress had been diverting some of the money out of that program for the last few years for deficit reduction, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. We need all the security we can get, and I think any business traveler likes to know that there are TSA agents there who can help expedite their throughput getting through security at the airport.
Right, and that was such an important role where GBTA played, and really the membership played a role in. We sent thousands of emails to members of Congress saying, please don't divert these funds any longer, and it was really a testament to the grassroots for doing that. But so, just for a quick thing though, so the agreement on the budget's done. Now Congress is facing the deadlines of taking those numbers and producing the spending on appropriations bills by October. So what items should the travel industry again be on the lookout for?
Well, I think the fiscal year ends September 30th. We need to have a new fiscal year beginning October 1st. The House of Representatives has passed their bills through. The Senate is now working, at least on the staff level, through the month of August. So there is an expectation that the threat of a shutdown has been eliminated, that Congress will get these bills passed, that they will get the spending bills done, that they will fund the government, and we will not see another 35-day government shutdown with all the uncertainty that brings. So that's also very positive.
Yeah, that's good news for the industry, because we certainly don't want to see that again. So earlier today, you spoke with Delphine Malot of Grayling, our EU consultants. You touched on some of the efforts in the EU to ease the tensions around the visa waiver program. We're working this issue on Congress and on Capitol Hill. Todd, you went to the Hill with some of the Legislative Summit attendees and met with members of Congress to talk about this. Can you tell us about the efforts?
Sure. Well, thanks to all of the GBTA members who came to Washington to have their voice heard, to spread out on Capitol Hill and talk to their members of Congress, which is far more effective than having a lobbyist in D.C. do it, because they're their constituents. Visa waiver program is an important program. It is where other countries who have trusted security apparatus, homeland security, and the ability to vet their travelers get waived, do not have to get a visa to come to this country, to come to the United States for up to 90 days for business or for pleasure travel. So if we can expand the scope and bring in more countries like a Brazil, like a Romania, like a Bulgaria, that's good to allow more business travelers to come here without having to go through the hassle of get a visa. The important thing is that the home country security services are robust enough to not allow any security problem. So we were there advocating for that, and we feel positive about where the visa waiver program is going.
That's right. That's right. So with that, we're out of time. So thank you again for joining us here, Todd, and for joining me in the studio today. I am Shane Downey from the GBTA Broadcast Studio. Thank you for tuning in.